The following program is brought to you by the League of Women Voters, Oakland area. The League of Women Voters is a national, nonpartisan organization established to encourage citizen participation in government. It never supports or opposes any political party or candidate. The statements and opinions of the candidates are presented in the interest of public service and in no way are to be construed as endorsement thereof by the League of Women Voters. The League of Women Voters takes no responsibility for any of the views or facts stated by the candidates.
So now we are at the last portion of our forums on this evening, which are the trustee candidates. The trustee candidates are Deepak Digay, Jim Manna, and Jonathan Warshay. Not present is Vincent Kirkwood, Diane Swimmer, and James Rosenthal. So we will begin the 1-minute opening statements with Mr. Deepak Digay, followed by Mr. Jim Manna and Jonathan Warshay. And after they have given their opening statements, I have been provided with a written statement for Mr. Vincent Kirkwood, who is not present. So gentlemen, please start your opening statement with Mr. Deepak Digay.
Thank you, the League of Women Voters and the attendees. My name is Deepak Digay, and a first-generation immigrant, 55 years ago, came to Ann Arbor, graduated, and worked mostly in the automotive field and the defense industry. Last 40 years, I've been with General Motors, Michelin Tire Company, and other Tier 1 companies, and then migrated into global outsourcing field, working on IT as well as engineering services for the benefit of the U.S. companies. I'm a resident of West Bloomfield Township for the last 12 years, after migrating from Troy to Novi, and then downsizing my family because of my family issue, I migrated to West Bloomfield Township. The primary reason why am I seeking this position of a trustee is because in my investigation and the input from the employees, I have found systemic racism in the West Bloomfield Township management.
Thank
and also
you.
Later on.
Thank you.
I'm sorry?
Thank you. Your time is up.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, the timer. You have to watch the
didn't-
timer. Okay.
Thank you.
I figured that. Thank you very much. And so now we will hear from Mr. Jim Manna.
Honored guests and residents that I work for. Thank you, League of Women Voters, for putting this forum together. I've been serving you, this community, since 2009, first as Planning Commissioner, and then as trustee, where I was first elected in 2016, and then re-elected in 2020. I'm running to continue to help by listening to your concerns and issues and helping find solutions that can come out with a win-win scenario. I've represented you to enhance and grow West Bloomfield as a welcoming multicultural community. West Bloomfield is a prime example of the American melting pot with all of the beautiful cultures that we have to flourish in this township. There are 4 issues that I want to speak about: senior citizens, safe communities, budget surpluses, and road and bridge improvements. As to senior citizens, it's important for West Bloomfield to be a community for life. I've supported and will continue to support aging in place, affordable housing, and the senior community center, which is on your ballot this election. Safest communities. I will continue to work to achieve our status as one of Michigan's safest communities by always funding and supporting our men and women in blue and supporting local crime prevention in different subdivisions.
Thank
Budget
you.
surplus. We have one of the
Thank you.
All right. Sorry. Sorry, everybody.
Thank you very much. Mr. Jonathan Warshay.
Good evening. My name's Jonathan Warshay. I am currently your trustee, and I'm running for re-election because I believe local government has the greatest impact on everyone's lives, and I want to make a difference at that level. As a member of the Planning Commission, I've strived to allow reasonable development that does not harm our precious lakes and woodlands. I've worked to address traffic issues, both where there is new development as well as in general. I've worked with the Cable Commission to find revenue sources as cord cutting has reduced its revenues. I have an extensive experience as an IT consultant in the public and private sector, including a stint with the Michigan Economic Development Corporation. As an attorney for Lakeshore Legal Aid, I helped many people, including representing Oakland County seniors. I've been involved in community organizations such as chair of the West Bloomfield Lakes Area Democrats, co-chair of United We Walk, with the Friendship Circle, and have been a past vice president of the West Bloomfield Optimists. I have a law degree, an MBA, and a bachelor's in economics. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now I will read the opening statement submitted for Vincent Kirkwood in his absence, and it reads, Vincent Kirkwood is a parent, husband, public servant, and a problem solver with a record of putting West Bloomfield residents first. Vincent has delivered results as a Parks and Rec commissioner and founder and chair of the West Bloomfield Diversity Task Force, showing up, listening to residents, and improving quality of life. Committed to making a positive impact in the community, Vincent is running for West Bloomfield trustee to build a stronger, safer, more inclusive West Bloomfield Township for all. Our West Bloomfield community needs call for a comprehensive approach to address West Bloomfield Township priorities: community engagement, environmental sustainability, infrastructure and public services, public safety and well-being, diversity, equity and inclusion, fiscal responsibility, and accountability. Thank you. All right. And with that being said, we will now begin the question segment of our forum. Most questions will have a 1-minute time limit. And some of the questions are somewhat repetitive from the last portion when we talked about the supervisors' candidates. So you may hear it again, but we're getting a different perspective from their point of view. So one of the questions is, we will go in, we will take the questions. We will start with Mr. Deepak Digay.
Yes.
What is the job of a trustee?
In my judgment, the trustees are the real controllers, watchdog agency over the management. They have to make sure that the management is behaving responsibly, follow the law as stated in the Code of Covenants. They should follow the state law, even though we are township, and they should certainly follow the federal law. Discrimination, nepotism should not be allowed. Every purchase item should have multiple quotes as required, not just because you like this company, you bring it to the trustees board and approve. Yeah. This is not how you run a business. The township should be run as a corporate business. Follow the laws. Simply follow the laws.
Thank you very much. Mr. Manor, same question.
The first time I was elected, I own a real estate company for the last 36 years. I've been a realtor and broker. And people asked, are you getting out of real estate now that you're a trustee? I said, well, we make $4,000 a year, so I don't think so. But anyway, my job as a trustee is to serve you, the residents of West Bloomfield Township. That's my job. I'm trying to get a key to the big house not Michigan, the big house, the bigger one. But anyway, that's what I'm trying to do. So trustee is one of the 7 elected officials for West Bloomfield Township. We're in charge of the annual budget. We're in charge of hiring and firing, police, fire, everything else. But most of all, just to support you and be there for you, to answer your questions, answer your concerns, and as your elected officials.
Thank you. Mr. Warshay?
Thank you. So similar to what Mr. Manna said, we vote on the budget. We approve personnel decisions. We appoint people to various committees and commissions. And we enact ordinances, and those are our duties as trustees. There are 4 trustees and 3 full-time elected officials. The purpose of that is that the trustees are to represent the people's interests rather than be regular employees of the township, the way the managers are. So we're there to oversee what is happening. With every meeting, we get a list of all the expenditures, whether they're credit card or other ways. So it's our job to go through everything to make sure things are as they should be.
Thank you. Mr. Warshay, what kind of legislation would you like to see written for our city?
Well, as was stated in the earlier debate, townships are somewhat restricted in what we can enact. We have to do what the state allows us to do. So one thing I would like to see done is perhaps in terms of changing some of the departments, bringing in perhaps a marketing communications person to have weekly or biweekly emails with the residents, anyone who wants to sign up. Not to spam you, but if you want to sign up, we'll say, hey, don't forget garbage is a day later this week because we had a holiday. You wouldn't believe how many people still put it out, on the day after Christmas. So things like that. I think I'd also like to work a little, keep working with the library and the Parks and Recreation Board. I think we do a great job there.
Thank you. Mr. Manna, same question. Do you need me to repeat it?
No,
Okay.
thank you. Reduction in taxes, as was stated earlier, we have one of the largest budget surpluses in the history of this township. And second, I'd love to enact some type of ordinance where we can have a walking path or a sidewalk every part of this township. It's one of the saddest parts to me that we don't have a walking path everywhere. So I wish we had a walking path or sidewalks in every square inch of this township. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. DeGay, do you need me to repeat the question?
Yes, no, that's fine.
Okay.
As far as the legislation, I want to first get the house in order. The Board of Trustees, there are 3 that are appointed. Just the city employees at the high level who have a financial control, the management control. I think, in my view, it is illegal. They are the ones that are approving their own behavior, and it should not be there. Purchasing, employment, equal employment opportunities, promotional aspects, that should be done by the trustees and not the employee, the 3 employees that are sitting as trustees. So that's my number 1 priority. In the environmental thing, I want to see recycling centers like Nova and Troy. We have enough room to have the bins set up and let people do their own sorting of the recyclable material.
Thank you. Mr. DeGay, how would you work to help make sure the budget is balanced?
I'm sorry, can you repeat?
How would you work to help make sure the budget is balanced?
The budget is balanced by controlling your expenditures, number 1. Something going wrong, in my view, in purchasing activity, no control there. You got to get that. That's your biggest expense.
And the library will be closing in 30 minutes.
I'm sorry?
The library is
No,
closed.
no.
What?
The library
It's
is
just an
closing.
announcement.
Okay, can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah, hold on one
The-
second.
The budgeting,
Yes. Just hold on one
Okay.
second.
okay, budgeting or the balancing of the budget has to start with the expenditure. Your business management should be done by the expert consultants. You need a committee of expert CEOs or retired corporate employees to see if our business process is correct. You got to have a committee to monitor purchasing activity. You got to have a committee to monitor employment opportunity. Once you have those under control, your budget will be balanced. You will not have to increase the taxes. Somewhere down the one, in my judgment, there is a money drain. It must be stopped.
All right, thank you. Mr. Manna?
As citizens, we're all required to live within a budget. Everybody has different types of employments or professions, and everybody makes different amounts of funds that they're required to themselves to live within a budget. The township should be no different, or all branches of government should be run that way. But so we have a budget that we have to live with, and that's what we should be working on every year to make sure that it's balanced. And we're in one of the richest townships in the state of Michigan. So I don't see where that's going to be a challenge. The last time we had a challenge like that was in the crash of 2008, 2009, where a millage was passed by you, the residents. So barring that, I don't see us ever having an issue with meeting our budgets.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Warshay?
So the township's required to have a balanced budget. The only way it can spend more than it takes in is if there's a fund balance. If there is no fund balance, then we're not allowed to borrow, do deficit spending the way the federal government can. We don't print our own money. We recently had our audit from the auditors, and we had one of the best, we had the best rating you possibly could get as a township. What does that mean besides a gold star? It means we pay lower interest rates for when we do borrow. So we borrowed to fund the police station renovations rather than just take it out of our fund balance. That way we have more money for the rainy day when we need it, and we could take advantage of the low interest rates that our high credit rating gave us.
All right, thank you. Mr. Manna?
Yes.
What is your vision for the West Bloomfield of the future?
To see flying cars everywhere. No. I think, I'm so proud to live in West Bloomfield Township. I have 11 grandchildren that go to schools here, and well, a couple of them not yet. They're not old enough yet. But anyway, I'm very proud of our township. The future that I'd like to see in our township is, again, the walking paths, the sidewalks everywhere, and to continue to be one of the greatest melting pots in Michigan.
Thank you. Mr. Warshay, same question.
So I think we could use a more diverse and stable tax base through responsible economic development. I would support ordinance and code changes to help large and small businesses either to move into or expand in West Bloomfield without damaging the township's natural beauty. We need boards and commissions to reflect the diversity of West Bloomfield. Diversity allows all constituent voices to be heard and provides for better decision-making. That's why I'm running with Vincent Kirkwood and Diane Rosenfeld-Swimmer. Our election will make the township board more diverse.
Thank you. Mr. DeGay, same question. What is your vision for the West Bloomfield of the future?
I want to see West Bloomfield in future of real inclusion, diversity, not just talk. Today, the employment, I'm 22 when I did the research based on the Freedom of Information Act, 3% employment of people of color when their population is 30%. In purchasing activity, I saw nepotism, one ethnic group diverting thousands of dollars of business to that ethnic group. Without competitive codes, I want to see that stopped, and that only can be done by review of the code of conduct, getting experts to check the business processes, and trustees being responsible to see everything is done right, not just supervisor bringing something to them, and the supervisor himself is approving and everybody approves. That is what I have observed for the last 3 years. It is pathetic.
Thank you. Mr. Warshay, why are you the best person for this position of trustee?
Well, I've been endorsed by different groups, Femmes for Democracy, as well as the Greater Metropolitan Association of Realtors. So there are a couple different sides of the spectrum. I'm very interested in in addressing the issues for quality of life for our residents, such as public safety, lakes, woodlands, roads, traffic. We have to work within the township, but also other agencies such as the Road Commission, because as it's been said earlier, we don't own our roads, so we have to rely on working with them. working with community groups, working with other agencies. Work in a very cooperative fashion, and that's fine. And so I think a collaborative style that I have, it would be very helpful to serve the residents.
Thank you. Mr. Manna, same question. Why are you the best person for this position of trustee?
Well, I'm not. There's 4 of us, first of all, so I'm one of 4 that'll be elected to this township, and I believe in a servant attitude. I'm here to serve. I'm here to help people out, to give back to for all the blessings that I've received in my life, and I'm proud to do that. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. DeGay, why are you the best person for the position of trustee?
Because I feel I'm qualified to run a business. I was the engineering manager, I was a CEO, I was an MBA, and ran the businesses. I know how to run the business, and the township should be run as a business. No favoritism, no illegal purchases, no discrimination against the people of color. That has to stop. It should be a township of inclusion. Even though we are a township, we must follow the state law, we must follow the federal law, the police department has to follow the state law. No searching, illegal searching of color people, pulling them out of the car and having to put the hands up and searching. That is illegal in the state of Michigan. It is illegal federally, and township must follow all those rules.
Thank you. Mr. DeGay, can you list some of your accomplishments in terms of protecting the environment and addressing climate change on behalf of West Bloomfield?
Repeat the question.
Sure. List your accomplishments in terms of protecting the environment and addressing climate change on behalf of West Bloomfield.
My experience as a general motor safety, I was responsible for removal of asbestos from the general motor products, but also I was an advocate on asbestos board to get rid of mining and importation and exportation of asbestos. I was also responsible for automotive safety products such as side impact airbags, anti-lock braking systems. In environment, I'm fully supportive of recycling. I'm fully supportive of disposing oil waste and all of the products that has to be disposed chemically. I'm fully endorsing plasma incineration of municipal solid waste, absolutely clean disposal. But because of the garbage collection is controlled, we cannot get into the plasma technology. We create mountains of garbage and fill the mine holes rather than disposing it cleanly.
Thank you. Mr. Warshay, same question.
Sure. So as a planning commissioner, I've supported the environmental board's recommendations and decisions when we've made recommendations and decisions on site plans and developments. As a board member, I've upheld the Environmental Commission when there have been appeals to the from the Environmental Board to the Board of Trustees. I also supported the enactment of an ordinance that used a environmentally friendly driveway sealant instead of the one that had been used. One of our residents had done some research and petitioned the board to do that, and we enacted it. So that's it. I'll stop there. Thank you.
Audience, please keep quiet. Thank you. Mr. Manna.
Yeah, on an annual basis, I attend all 4 of the recycling events that we do in West Bloomfield Township as a volunteer, and I'm glad to help. I believe in environmental conservation, and I would never leave West Bloomfield for that reason. We're one of the most environmentally sound townships in the entire state of Michigan, and I'm proud of that. Furthermore, I live on a lake, and if it was up to my wife, all the trees and bushes and everything would be gone. So I fight her every day on that. So I'm doing my part.
Thank you. Mr. Warshay, how can you implement moving forward with updating the master plan, or at least assisting in it? This is a key document allowing for citizen input and should be updated every 5 years. The most recent one was updated in 2010.
So we're actually forming a committee. The supervisor asked me to be on it because I am also on the Planning Commission as well. So we're actually moving forward with that as we speak. So it will be reviewed and then submitted for approval. So it's in process now. I don't think there's much more I can say about that.
All right, thank you. Mr. DeGay, do you need me to repeat the question?
No, that's okay. In the planning, correct?
Moving forward with updating the master plan.
Yeah, I want to see the master plan include affordable housing. I want to see the master plan address the need of the seniors. That is number one. We don't want to attract, I am not a proponent of attracting industry. I would rather see taking care of the people. The tax revenue is enough. People are paying taxes, and we're managing the budget. We don't need industry that's going to pollute something. So master plan should address need of the people. It should address roads. Even though some subdivisions cannot afford to repair the road, the township should be able to repair that road. We should accommodate for that because seniors don't have the money to repair the road. So that will be my focus in planning.
All right, thank you. Mr. Manna?
The Planning Commission, of which I sat on several years ago, is responsible for making any changes to our master plans. The changes that are made are very, very minute. The reason for that is the township's built out. You have approximately 68,000 residents, so everything's pretty much done. There's very minute changes the Planning Commission does. Once they do that, goes to the board, final approval. I can't, the affordable housing that he brought up is a phenomenal idea. We wasted $30,000 that any realtor could have done for free by hiring a company to do a study in Lansing years ago that came back and said, we need affordable housing in West Bloomfield. Yeah, great. Find a developer that's going to buy a piece of land for millions of dollars or whatever and try to develop it into affordable housing. It's almost impossible. The only way that can be done is with land that's owned by the state of Michigan or the township that could be developed at cost and sold at cost. That's the only way that you're ever going to see affordable housing, unfortunately. Thank you.
Thank you. So that concludes the time for questions for the trustee candidates. The candidates will now be given 1 minute to make a closing statement in reverse order of opening statements, beginning with Mr. Jonathan Warshay, Mr. Jim Manna, and Mr. Deepak Digay. You may start.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank the League of Women Voters and everyone who came out and is watching this evening. I'm running again because I believe local government has the greatest impact on your lives, and I have the experience and the integrity to be able to serve you in that way. I've made a difference so far, and I want to continue making a difference. I've been endorsed by different groups on different sides because they know who I am. I told the realtors I was against short-term rentals. They endorsed me anyway. So I'll speak my mind, and the most important goal is to do the right thing to serve you. Thank you. Oh, and please vote for me on August the 6th.
Thank you. Mr. Manna?
Thank you to the League of Women Voters and for our residents for giving me this opportunity to speak tonight. It's been a tremendous honor. You have a very important decision to make on August 6th. I humbly request that you vote to re-elect Jim Manna for trustee. I want to be your choice. I care and love this community. I've called it home for decades. I care about senior citizens and planning on being one in 2 years. I plan on helping West Bloomfield continue to grow in population and continue to be one of the safest communities in Michigan. I want to continue promoting a harmonious relationship at Town Hall. I hope to see you on August 6th at the polls and for years to come. And God bless all the residents of West Bloomfield Township.
Thank you. Mr. Deepak Digay.
I thank the League of Women Voters for giving me this opportunity to express my views. I am running for this election because the are two things I found wrong with the current management and the Board of Trustees: nepotism and systemic racism. In 2020, I approached the Board of Trustees, exposed the management is practicing systemic racism. I managed to get them to change the hiring policy. Now we have 7 policemen of color. Guess what? And there are 3 firemen. They changed the policies. But the nepotism is still going on. It has to be addressed. If I'm elected with your support, my goal will be to serve you and reduce your taxes. I think we have an opportunity to reduce your taxes and not increase if the management is done right by law and by experts.
Thank you, candidates. That concludes our final forum for today. The League of Women Voters would like to thank the audience, the candidates, and Civic Center TV for making this forum possible. Rebroadcast times of this forum will be on the League of Women Voters website. The League of Women Voters is funded by contributions from concerned businesses and citizens. Our membership is open to men and women over the age of 16. Remember the vote on Tuesday, August 6th.